Monkey. Alright, let's continue with this. Do some kind of validation. Apparently it's called My Pi. So I think we want to add these pi caches to the git ignore. Okay, I think it's // then I'll go to the readme. I haven't memorized it yet. Source. What are you planning to do with Flask? I'm just learning it. I just got a job offer recently that does Flask web development, so just want to learn it and see what it's capable of, see what its limitations are. I'm going to be going through tutorials and guides and learning the capabilities and seeing if there's anything I could potentially add to it. I just really need to sharpen my Python skills. I've never really done Python professionally, just for hobbies and for just for fun, I guess. So I want to see what it looks more like professionally in a production environment. So deep dive into that. But I might be doing some like really crazy code. For example, I'm not a fan of the templating system. Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, it took me a little bit to get it, but I'm happy to land it somewhere, and it's a really nice place. I'm very happy. But yeah, I'm like trying to build like a view engine because I'm not a fan of the way they do views. I'm never a fan of using these intermediate template libraries. This stuff It's always been so weird. Because although I imagine that it's fast, it can't possibly be faster than just writing code that does it. And you get the errors at runtime. You get the errors at compile time potentially rather than at runtime. And then there's probably better caching too. So yeah, just seeing if there's anything I could contribute to the Python ecosystem. I'm sure something like this probably already exists though. So yeah, it's not the end of the world if it does, but I think it'll help you to learn. Yeah. Yeah, I come from like a JavaScript, TypeScript world, so you know, I'm just used to React. You know, I'm also not the biggest fan of React. It doesn't feel super performant to me, but I mean, you know, it's as performant as you could really get for what it does. I'm just gonna close a few things so I can keep track of what I'm doing. But yeah, I mean, this is like how I'm kind of envisioning how to create HTML documents. We do Python source/server.py. And we're able to get that red background. We're able to get the hello world to show up. If we do bottom, if we do an inspection, we have the on click, and if we do click this, we do see a console log happening. So a lot of it's working as expected. This is what we were able to do yesterday. I'll try to do some more today. I think for me, one interesting thing would be not inlining the styles, but having classes. So if potentially we had something like this, yeah, they would both use the same class. That would be ideal. So let's think about how we could set that up. So in libpy, so we have render tag. I'm wondering if we should create a class for this, just to organize things a little bit better. Just create a lib folder. How's your day coming along, Alex? What are you up to? Tag.py. Let's say class tag. I'll just pass for now. And we'll just create a render function, I think. And it does all of this. And in here it'll be taking a break from work, eat some breakfast, jumped on. Nice. I'll do this a little bit differently. And then we'll have to say name is str. Properties is something, children is hey Zuha, how's it going? So here we can say what's that? Not this, because we're in Python itself. And then there's properties, which might be its own class that has a render function. How do you do list types? Python list type. Okay, we just need to import it. Oh, there's a list as well. Is there an any type? Just do that for now. I think this will say name equals name, children equals children, properties equals properties. And then we need to import this. Import from tag import tag. So we need to move this to lib. Move. Okay. Rename this to index. Okay. Okay, cool. Wrote your 150th test unit today for work? Nice. That's great. You don't see people writing a lot of unit tests nowadays. So I think this should just be index.render. What motivates you? What keeps you going? Like, I feel like for a lot of developers, once they've gotten a certain threshold of tests, they're just kind of like, who cares? Alright, and then how do you do a union? That's how. So I think children is going to be tag string. Okay, well, apparently I don't know how to do union. Write tests for pretty much all functions. Yeah. It's good practice. we can use vertical bar. That's not string, it's str. Okay, so Python self-reference class type. It's just a capital self. Does it come from this? Says it exists. It says any. What version of Python do we have? Well, 3.8 is not 3.11, so. Okay, I guess that works. Not a fan of it, but it works. Okay. And here, properties. I'm wondering if I should create a properties class and just say that this is properties. We'll try it, see what happens. We can have a render function. And then here it'll be, maybe children should be similar. This will be children.render properties.render, and this will be children. We'll do a new file, children.py. We'll do I class children def render. We'll just return to do for both of them. So the properties return to do. And we'll say from properties, import properties, from children, import children. It should be, I think it's fine if we just do self here and self here. But since we use name twice, we're gonna dereference it here. Let's see the result. So the error is in index.py. Can't find tag. Did I Did I say dot? I could never remember how this works. No module name properties. Oh. Tag takes no arguments. How's my dog? Delilah's she's doing all right. I just gave her a treat, so she should munch on that. I had to go to the vet yesterday to get vaccinations, but she's a trooper. SDR. Oh my gosh, I gotta get used to that. I feel like there's probably a way to automatically generate this constructor. It's gotta be. Self.name equals name. Self.properties equals properties. And then, why do you use Astro for Chess 50 but not for the game engine? Because I wanted to use sockets for the game engine. And Astro isn't great at doing sockets. You could argue that, well, just run 2 different servers. Speak louder. My bad. Yeah, I used Astro because I use Astro in general just because I want faster development cycles. But if I need to do like extra server related things that are usually not serverless friendly, then I'll usually shy away from Astro. Thanks for the feedback. Diane Avaya. I feel like I just said something. I just got baited. Yeah. I recently got a job offer in a new tech role that does Python. So I'm trying to refresh my Python knowledge and make sure that I can do Python in a professional setting. I know that they use Flask. I know that they use SQLAlchemy. So I'm trying to just create a random project that flexes those skills and make sure that, you know, when I go in on day one, I don't have like dumb questions like, what's a var, you know? I have questions like, I don't know, why did you choose this style over that style? I guess it's more opinionated questions rather than matter-of-factly questions. But that all results in me right now. I'm learning Flask, and I'm trying to see if, I don't know, if there's any way I can contribute to the open source community, if there's any way I can build something that's useful for me or others. My first day is March 3rd. Monday, March 3rd. Pending a background check. As long as I'm not a criminal. Or people have not committed crimes in my name, we'll be good to go. Okay, let's try refreshing. But if you have follow-up questions, Diane, just let me know. No, I mean, I'm not gonna stop streaming. Since it's fully remote, I'll be able to find like a few hours a week. It obviously won't be as often as I am doing now, but you know, I wanna stream. My goal is to be able to stream 3 days a week. Cause yeah, I'll miss it too. I'll miss it too. One of those days probably being a weekend, two of those days being a weekday. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate you saying that. You've been here like since the beginning, about a month now. I appreciate that. Alright. Attribute dictionary has no attribute render. Which is interesting. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. It's here. Then we can say children and properties. We'll do children, properties. We gotta make it so that these take arguments. I think it's called Pydantic. But I'll see Python generate auto generate constructor with field args. Data classes. So now we could do children is a list which comes from typing import list. It would be string or tag. And then I guess we gotta do from dot tag import tag. Hopefully we're allowed to have circular dependencies in Python. Well, we'll find out today. All right, let's use this data class in tag. And I mean, that'll allow us to go to this. We do add data class. And do the same for properties. From data classes, import data class. At data class. And then this will have properties. Is something. I don't know yet. I'll figure it out later. I think it's gonna be a dictionary of string to. We don't know yet. All right. Why are you having to import list in Python? Yes. Types are completely optional in Python. You don't need to do types. And at runtime, types actually don't even matter in some regards. You could make them matter, but for the most part, they don't. And so you have to opt into having certain types. So list is one of those types you need to opt into. It's better to not import an entire library for something you're never going to use. So if you don't use types, then yeah, you don't import it. If you do use types, then you import it. So it's completely opt-in, but you have to opt in explicitly, pretty much. It's not subscriptable. This data class, okay, it's pretty powerful, it seems. I'm gonna do a print of properties here. I want to see what the type is and figure out why it's not subscriptable. Okay, well. Type object is not subscriptable, it's an object. Okay, what if I did object here? There it is. Can I import name tag from partially initialized module? This is circular import. Okay, so how do you do circular imports? So use the import as syntax. We use a reference to module within your code. With the import to the end. There's no way there's no way that's correct. Well, it won't even let me do it. So, gosh. They don't like that solution. What about the as? I think the as is probably the closest we're gonna get. Import tag is tag. Well, I mean, it says it's an error, but if we did from tag import star tag. Okay, that option also does not work. I guess we might have to put these in the same file, which is not the end of the world. from typing, import list. Okay, we delete these. We'll do the same thing for this. I guess there's really no point of having multiple files. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's do ChatGPT, I guess. Import tag from tag as XYZ. Oh, did I do it? Did I just? Well, we're already here. We're too deep. we changed too many things. How do I use a class reference as a type before it is declared in Python? With a string? So what are operand types for type and string? Okay, what if I just did this? Just did tag. The module name live children. Okay, fine. Children properties. Excuse me. All right, so apparently we can't do the or syntax. How do you union in Python 3.8? Excuse me. That's what I tried. String and type. Is it not a union then? Okay, well, how do I say that a type can be one thing or another in Python? Probably don't need to say in Python here, but okay, well, finding the following error. Just give ChatGPT your code in error. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Okay. I'm trying to for reference the class. How can I get an error? That's what I did. You're telling me, like, you're literally telling me the code I have. Claude. Time for Claude. Alright, well, it can't help me. That's annoying. Alright, well, you know what? I don't even want these. I don't even want them. I don't even want these classes. It was a nice idea, but ultimately probably better not to do it. And then we'll just say, in here, we'll just say def render children, def render properties, pass, we'll do double underscore because Python private. And we'll just do this and this, and then we'll just go through each of these. Yeah, classic Thunder. Exactly. Then we have def render child. Go to here. This will be if child type equals str, return child. Then this will be child.render. And it's an argument. Why'd I put an or there? Oh my gosh. ChatGPT was trying to tell me. I didn't understand. It'll be self dot render child self underscore render children render child. We can delete these now. Probably move this to the tag file actually. Is it? It's fine. Okay, so we'll move the render properties here. Create a util. And then we'll put split dictionary in there. Go to tag. Does not want to help me import, so do it myself. From dot util import split dictionary. Go back to the index. We render property. We're gonna use that. Go to tag. We go under properties. Do render property. This will be property, which is a tuple of string any. We need to take self, and then we can say self dot render styles, which will be private. Self dot render property. And then we just got to move these as well. Inside private, no arg. This dot underscore. Put it after, because that's the style that we've chosen. Not this, self. Okay. We're gonna run it, but we're probably gonna get some errors. Why do I put the vertical bar? Why do I do this? Where am I doing it? Oh, that's why I'm doing it. Is this still acceptable? Unacceptable? So annoying. Let's use the types if they're only checked at runtime. It's actually, technically speaking, they're not supposed to be checked at runtime. But there's something called MyPy, I believe, that is supposed to run a command line and check the types for you. And so you can rely on that. But yeah, I mean, it would be great to see red underlines. Doesn't like that it's in the list. Can I? Okay, so, well, we can put that to the test. Yeah, but I mean, unless I have a test that covers specific code path and fails type checks, build will succeed, correct? Yeah, I mean, if you just run the code, it'll just run. Because Python doesn't really have a build step. Sometimes it does, but not always. It's my understanding, at least. Okay, let's go to render child. And we'll do what do you mean? My type. My type. I'll do it like that, just to see if it works. Not subscriptable. Python tuple type. Tuple. Oh my goodness. Okay. What? I don't have a good enough Python. Man. Okay. Type error, type object not subscriptable. It sounds like to me that that's saying that I'm not using this correctly. This only confirms my suspicion. Is there a tuple type? Oh my goodness. Okay, well, it runs. Tag or string. Okay, I'll actually say tag or text. Tag or text. Oh, random question. I totally missed it. Do you have any tips? I don't know if you're still here. Challenge plays. Sitting with my mileage I took from Google Maps timeline. Just file. Trying to fix a pipe, but it don't work for me. I mean, my first question would be, are there any errors? Are there any blatant errors? One thing that I should probably learn how to use is the Python debugger, but step by step would be identify any error messages. If there are no error messages, start logging, add logs. If logs don't help, figure out how to use the debugger. If debugging doesn't help, start writing tests. If writing tests doesn't help, then I don't know, share the code, Stack Overflow, or you can somehow share the code with me. I'll take a look. Sorry for responding so late. Oh, I get like one message every day on Twitch and I just always miss them because Twitch is so inactive. Don't you just click run and debug for debugging? For Python, maybe if you have PyCharm, but like I usually run from the command line, you know, so like I don't know how to hook up from the command line to VS Code. You know, it's not an integrated development environment, so this is like completely independent from this. They don't really know about each other. Okay, well, just check it. First time trying this out. Oh, hi. First time trying this out. Welcome to YouTube. Good to see you. Yeah, I mean, like my off the cuff random idea would be just make sure your API is not being blocked. I don't know if you have like a key or authentication, but there should be an error message somewhere if there's something going wrong. So yeah, start there, figure out, go step by step, figure out what's wrong, and try to find the smallest area you can where there's an issue and resolve it. Alright, so we're getting an error. Local variable properties reference for before assignment. Okay, cool. And that's because I need to say self. Self. Excellent. Now we probably did the same thing. Okay, render styles. Takes an arg. Doesn't take an arg. Oh, it does take an arg. What else? Render properties. Render styles. Render style. Oh, there's no self. Wasn't a very expressive error message. Maybe I just missed it. Render properties, list map, self, render property, property items. Render property takes a positional argument. Render property items. So if you have the Python debugger extension, which should be automatically installed, you could just run debug. There's also a library for debugging through CLI. Okay. And so how do you add, I mean, I can look this up too, but how do you add breakpoints? Because in JavaScript there's like keywords, but I don't know, seems like Python might not. Is this another? Render property takes one positional arg, but two were given. Why? Why were two given? Just click on the side next to line number. Okay, so you're telling me if I do this, what's the command? Is it like PDB or something? Debugger. Okay, I mean, that's what I wrote. Okay, there is this concept of a breakpoint. Oh, you gotta do -m PDB, got it. You don't run it directly. Or you can import it, interesting. Alright, let's try it. -m PDB. I don't know what I'm doing. Interactive source code debugger, supports setting conditional breakpoints, single stepping at the source line. The debugger is extensible, defined class PDB, typical usage to break into debuggers, insert or breakpoint. At the location you want to break, yeah. Changed inversion, okay, okay. Well, okay, well what if I did, what if I did break point here? Okay, well, I don't know how to exit PDB. I don't know if the code's running. I don't think it is. Alright. We'll have to figure it out off stream. I don't want to, like, you know, make people cringe. Oh wait, it's still debugging. Oh, I put the breakpoint, that's why. Where did I put the breakpoint? Alright, in actuality, you just need to add the breakpoint and it'll work. Magic. And you could probably just evaluate expressions there, just to see what is stored. Alright, properties. Render property. Yeah, here we could do this. Yeah, I don't know what we could do. It says, I saved it, right? Okay. It says it takes one argument, but two are given. Oh, Python. We're just gonna do that for now, just for sanity. Okay. What do you mean? Render property. What do you mean two were given? Is there a different render property somewhere else? No, it can't be, right? What did we call this? Flask 101? That's just the two. Local variable children is referenced before it's meant to be. This is the error I was expecting. That's wrong.
Render child takes one. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Takes one positional argument, but two are given. It's the same error. Type error, render children. Takes one positional argument, but two are given. What do you mean? What do you mean two were given? Is there something weird happening with the data class? Okay. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to do print self dot render child. Because something's happening. Same thing here. Self.render property. Okay. And then what's the one we're getting an error on? Render property. So that's the one we'll print. Okay. Render property of tag. Dot. Okay, well, what if I didn't use data class? Is data class screwing me over? Self.name equals name. Excuse me. Self.properties. I didn't put commas. Equals properties. Self.children equals children. Okay, I guess we'll find out now. Flabbergasted, absolutely. I have no idea what the issue is. It's like the worst argument or the worst error message I've ever seen. I'll ask ChatGPT. Because it should not be this hard. This is my Python code. This is the I am good. But I don't need self, do I? What are you talking about? What do you mean? Is this not the code I have? Self. What do you mean? Takes one positional argument, but two were given. Alright, what if I did this? What if I did O self dot render property tuple name name. What if I did that? What do you mean? What does this even mean? How is it? Well, first of all, it's not a tuple. Oh, before I do that, let me put it back to being a tuple. That was an array before. This is a tuple. Okay. Python. Get function argument list. Self dot render property. Oh well, that's not even what children are supposed to be. Okay. Oh yeah, render property takes a tuple. What if we did print self dot render property dot code? Need to head out. Good luck with the Python. Thanks, Suha. Enjoy your day. Bye for now.
Okay, well, all right, let's try it. Let's try one more. Let's try this. I'll take this. Take both of these. We'll just take them out of the class. All right. We'll just do it like that. Render child. Okay, seems like it's progress. Name error type tag render style is not defined. What? What does that even mean? This is also a tuple of string today. Map render style name tag render style is not defined. What does that mean? I'll just put it first. Oh my goodness. Underscore render style. I have no idea what this is talking about. What is wrong with this language? What? Is it because of this? Is it because I'm using types?
think I might just lose my mind right now. I am? What do you mean? When am I doing that? You're calling it inside. What are you talking about? I'm not doing that. Oh my gosh. Is it just because of the underscore? We're learning the hard way. What are you talking about? Good, no more double underscore. No more. I'm over it. Every single one. Gone. I'm over it. Until this works, we're not doing it. Wow. What is this language? What the heck was that? Okay, I guess I gotta just make these. Is there such a thing as static? I have to make it take self even though I don't use self. That's so silly. That is so silly. Do Python class functions need self even if you don't use it? Well, duh, of course. What? Class methods do not need self if they do not access attributes. However, by default, methods in class instance methods. What are you talking? You just, oh my gosh. All right, let's start making it private.
breathe. Everyone take a deep breath. Everything's fine. Okay. We made it to the end of that saga. Okay. And it works. Okay. It was a good refactor, I think. It's a little annoying. I learned a little bit by doing it, so it's still good. So the one thing I wanted to do was actually keep track of styles in some kind of like style object. And so what we need to have is like a class document. That'll be header, document, header, body, document, body, class. This will be at data class, document, header. Your body could just be a string, right? This could have classes, which is something. There's gonna be links. There's gonna be metas. Styles. Probably a bit more. But I think like styles are gonna be the viewport to the name to the value to the class. Links will just be name to value. Metas will be name to value. That's the idea, at least. I'll say this is a data class as well, I guess. So this is a dictionary of string to string. This is a dictionary of string to string. And then this is a dictionary of dictionaries of dictionaries of string to string. So the first string is the viewport, then it's the name of the property, then it's the value of the property, and then it's the class name. And then we gotta keep track of the class name and the viewport. let's see what we can do here. I feel like it'd be nice if you didn't have to do the HTML and the body. They were kind of just like optional and they just acted as like decorators. And so what we could kind of say here is like HTML attributes properties. Then body properties. String. Excuse me. What's the viewport for all? Interesting. What is the media query that selects all views? I probably should have specified CSS, but it is just all no at. Let's see. So I think this render needs to take the header and potentially do something with it. So render children should also take the header.
And now this gets a little annoying. Type object is not subscriptable. Beautiful default class dictionary for field styles not allowed. Use default factory. Parameters of field are default factory. Default factory. Okay, well, I mean. Properties, header, document, header. Lambda. Okay, let's see if we get an error. And we do. Render is missing an argument. I think happens in server.
say header equals document from .lib .tag import document header equals header. Let's say document equals document header equals document header. Else is this. Links is this. Metas is this. HTML properties is this. This. This is extra. Attempted relative but no known parent package. Alright, very well. Render styles missing a positional argument. Okay, cool. It's progress. Alright. I'm gonna take a short break. I'm gonna go offline while I do that. I'll probably be back in about an hour. Anyone who's out there, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you later. Bye for now.